I guess we're ready to go. Good morning. Good morning. This is as loud as it gets today. Troublemakers. Welcome to the LTC Awards. We are so grateful for your presence today. Kind of a chance to brag on our kids. I will tell you that last weekend in Dallas, we got to fellowship with, there were 111 churches represented. There were 2,460 kids. So you can add in parents and event coordinators and workers and all of that, then you can imagine, there were a lot of people. So we got to take care of it on, Janine, can you turn the show back on? Oh, she's fixing it. Oh, we're trying to put it online. That's fantastic. So, like I mentioned, there were 111 churches represented. All but 3 were there in person. 3 churches participated, I guess, by virtually, I guess, is the word I'm looking for, yes. So we'll get to the thanks later, but there are a lot of people involved in making this happen. So we're grateful that you're here. And now's a chance to kind of brag on some pretty good kids. Bible Bowl was the first thing we did on Friday night. These are the crew that took part. They can tell you it's over 1,100 kids did Bible Bowl? Plus, there were probably 1,500 people in that ballroom with spectators. It was full, and there was a lot of kids. And you can always tell when they get tired about 9 o'clock because they look at you like, one more question. If you're up to 3 through 6th grade, then you're going to answer 75 questions. If you're 6th grade or 7th grade and up, you're going to get 100 on the book of Matthew. So it was a lot of fun, and you can see there's a lot of help goes into it. We always try to pray before each event, and I think that's what's important. And you see a lot of that with the different groups, because at the end of the day, it is a chance to grow our kids, grow each other. Chorus was on Saturday. You can see a fine group here. There's a silver medal winning chorus right there. And you can see a lot of the work that goes into it, where even Judy and Elizabeth were using the hair dryer to take wrinkles out of the shirts. That was a pretty amazing little endeavor they did. But it worked. It was some good stuff. But you see they practice out in the, I like it where they practice in the hotel, and different groups will be singing in different places. And so you can get like a free preview of some of these groups before they sit down. And again, pray before we go. because I think that's a very important thing, and I think they did a marvelous job. Drama was the very last thing that we did. It was about 3:30 in the afternoon. They were tired, wore out, and they found a way to pull it together, gold medal winning. You can see some of the kids involved. Well, in fact, we did a run-through in the room, and they were tired, and they were out of sorts, and what I thought was cool, and I don't have a picture of it, I wish I did, is they gathered up and they prayed. And at that moment, you saw them focus and center, and after that, they were absolute champions. Up here, and I don't think this part right here, where why the foolish man's house fell, probably won the gold medal by itself, because poor Landry was completely under that thing, and all you saw were her feet sticking out. It was right out of The Wizard of Oz, frankly. And their reaction on the stage, the way they laughed and the way they had fun with it, the judges picked up on that and thought that was good stuff. And so, in spite of the thunder didn't work on my phone, and we didn't get the storm and all the little things, it went off really well, and there's a great group of kids. And if anything, Landry Schubert with her golf club was worth the price of admission by itself. A monument to me, yes. Oh, goodness, sorry. Puppets were a big chunk of Saturday. There are two puppet groups, a younger group and an older group, but really there are some that are in both. As you're going to see, some folks got gold medals in 2 puppet shows. Gilligan's Island was the theme. It was a really good time had by all. Again, I think it's important everybody's praying before we do this. And the actual performance itself went great. As you can imagine, there's a lot of moving parts in a puppet show. Not just the puppets, but the props, and getting them inside and getting them centered and getting them to and from places. And it was a little chaotic, but boy, it all just comes together no matter what, which is nice. But while we're really here today, and I will tell you, just to reiterate, the drama and the puppets won a gold medal, both puppets, and the chorus won a silver medal. So everybody medaled in this event, and we're very proud of our kids. And at this point, we're going to call out names. And so you get to walk up here. So if we could get some folks to help hand out baskets, and make sure you get your hug from Ms. Elizabeth, because mercy, she loves every blasting one of you. I'm ambivalent, but I like most. No, I love every one of you too, because believe it or not, I get my battery charged out of this weekend as much as they learn, because when you deal with the world, it can tend to drag you down. And to see 2,500 kids that are relatively well behaved. I mean, there were a couple of knotheads in the group, I'm sure. But there's always the kid that gets on the elevator and hits every button. When it's 27 stories, that can be annoying. But that was about as bad as it got. I didn't worry about something being stolen or broken on purpose or things like that. You get good kids. And so we're going to recognize our good kids today. And we're going to start with Jordan Kamek. It was a silver medal in chorus. We got plenty of time for hugs. We're good here. And in case you wonder, we had 26 kids? 25, thank you. 25 kids participate this year. And that doesn't include the little brothers and sisters and kids. Yeah, we had about a dozen siblings. So I'd say we had 75 people total-ish, which was a nice turnout. And there were churches looking at us when we said that and went, wow, you brought a lot of people. And I thought we were just kind of middle of the road. So we must be doing something right. Next is Claire Cullison with a gold medal in drama and 2 puppet gold medals. She was in both puppet shows. She's not here, so we're going to hang on to her stuff. Apparently we killed him in Dallas. Oh, boy. Well, she's one of those, she's one of those people that just makes me laugh every time she talks. So, next will be Grace Cullison. There's a lot of Cullisons here. So, bronze individual Bible Bowl and a silver on her team. And yes, I made sure I got the right picture with the right child. I had a lot of help at my house. And so, because Sarah also won a silver in both individual and team Bible Bowl. And again, medaling in Bible Bowl is not easy. You've got to get a lot of questions right. It's not easy. It's not, but it's worth it because obviously we have some smart kids floating around. And then Stephen Cullison. So they were walking to drama because you cut through the outside. There's an outside section as between the staging room and the actual performance room. And then there was this boy in the tree. Well, that boy was Stephen Cullison. Found the tree. So, again, with his Bible Bowl team actually won gold. He had a good team. And individually silver, so he did well. Mikey Phelps won a silver in chorus and a gold in puppets. As you can see, he was Gilligan. There's the puppet show I thought was pretty good stuff. Anna Hagen with a gold in puppets. I believe that's Ginger. Ginger. That's Ginger. Did a wonderful job. And Ms. Darlene has something for you too, sweetie. Lorelei Hagen with a gold medal in puppets. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Mary Ann. Okay, I know my Gilligan's Island. It's been a long time. You can see, as you can see, little brothers and little sisters got to come too, which I think is important because it exposes them to good kids. It exposes them to just the fact that it's something they can do one day as well. And it's just a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Otto Hagen with a gold medal in puppets, which looks like the professor. Is that Thurston Howell? Oh, sorry. I used to do my best New England accent. Yes. Oh, I see the bow tie. Good, yeah. The bow tie should have given it away. The marvelous job in puppets. Again, you get to see a lot of families got to come, and that's what it's all about. Emma Johnston. Get comfortable. She won 6 awards, which is the most. Yeah, she and another person, which we'll get to. Silver medal in individually in Bible Bowl and team bronze. Silver in chorus. Drama gold, puppets gold, service challenge gold. Service challenge is doing things for the community, whether it be volunteering or doing things for people in church, and for basically service. And that's a year-round thing. That's not just a LTC season thing. Teaching challenge and leadership challenge and service challenge are all the time.
The minute we come home for Easter, the next year begins. Now I know our kids are tired and they don't want to think about next year, but you could begin, get with Miss Bell if you're interested in teaching challenge, so she can put you in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Get with service challenge, I can help you with that. Look up the other challenges online.
And I mean, I'm tired, having a hard time thinking about next year, so I can imagine these kids. So I think she was a skipper. Next is Hannah Johnston with a silver in Bible Bowl individual and team, silver in chorus, leadership challenge, and service challenge gold medals. She was our prop master for the drama. And as you can see, that chair is big enough to hold 4 girls. I have pictures to prove it. It was out there in the hotel courtyard. We had a great time. And she had 5 awards. That would be Rowan Mulholland. I hope she likes gold because she got 5 of them. 5 gold medals, Bible Bowl team and individual. How many questions did she get right on Bible Bowl?
Oh, it's in the bag.
It's in the bag. To get a gold medal, you got to do pretty good. Yes, all the golds. I mean, it's all gold. So, yeah, and well, how I know she's Clint's daughter is the cheese balls, which were a hit. The cheese balls were a hit. So were the jelly beans. But as you can see, they took drama very seriously. Next is Wrigley Mulholland with 4 awards. If I'm not mistaken, in Bible Bowl, she got 94. Not 4. How many did she get? 87. Whoa. Well, a gold medal, obviously, out of 100 questions. That's amazing, y'all. And as you can see, there was still some time for doing fun, mindless things.
Tons of awards. I mean, we do what LTC gives us, but she was always willing to help out.
Always.
Always willing.
She helped with drama. She helped with, and that's what the leadership challenge comes in play. She stood in for drama. She did timing. One time I was late for some reason, and so she was the thunder, and she was the music, and she helped Ms. Val. She helped with puppets. So service and leadership, and that's what this is really all about. Next, we have Lincoln Myers with a gold medal in art and puppets. Now there's a professor. Okay. His artwork, his photograph was a beautiful photograph. You get a chance to see it. And it's in the back. Matter of fact, it's in the back on that wall. Get a chance to look at it. It was a marvelous job. And this was his first time. And so we are grateful he was able to go. And he brought folks with him, which is even better. Great no hair with a gold medal in puppets. The skipper. And we were, I believe it's his first time as well. And did a marvelous job. And of course, it's always good to see kids do it for the first time and have a ball, which is the best part, is we want them to have fun. Next is Destiny Pegg. Bronze in Bible Bowl team, chorus, silver, drama, gold. She was our interior decorator in the drama with the Designs by Destiny, I believe was the name of her company. And so it was good. She actually rode with us on Thursday, so she had to work hard, you know. And so one of the problems of going with us on Thursday is you get to carry a lot of stuff. And she carried a lot of stuff. And so we were grateful that she was able to go with us. Ava Pennington with a gold medal in puppets.
And that was her first time.
It was her first time. It was her first time.
It was.
Oh my goodness. No, why did they grow up so fast? Samantha Reeder. 6 awards. Tied for the most, including an individual and Bible Bowl and a team gold, silver chorus, drama gold. She was the real estate agent. Matter of fact, she had her own sign and 2 gold medals. She was in both puppets. As you can see, she really made it go.
Most eager to participate, to be present, and was there every time
And it's funny how you see kids, when they first start, they're a little shy, maybe a little bit reserved, and then they're a little less reserved, and then the next year you pretty much can't get them to stop. That's where we're at, and it was a privilege, and it's always a pleasure to see kids grow right in front of your face, and I enjoy that. Allie Schubert with a silver in chorus and a gold in leadership challenge. She was the whole world got to see her when this foolish man's house fell down, because they were in charge of making sure all those props worked. And as I said, there's proof that 4 girls will fit on that chair. And though she mixed in some singing while she was there as well. Again, she also rode with us on Thursday, so bless her heart, she had to deal with us for basically 4 days. So that's probably worth a medal in its own self. That's probably working into leadership, because she had to deal with me for 4 days. And that's always a chore. Carter Schubert with a gold medal in drama, silver in chorus, and 2 puppet gold medals. He was a Schubert Construction. He even got his own sign. It actually lit up, but we didn't light it up because that would have been cool. And it's just, at the moment, you're like, just get it done. We got 8 minutes, go. So it's good to have him as well. Landry Schubert with a gold in drama and a teaching challenge gold. So teaching challenge, as a matter of fact, the day we did the dress rehearsal here, she had to miss half of it because she was teaching little kids. So she had to go teach little kids and then run in here for the drama run through. So again, teaching challenge. And again, thanks to Val Clout for letting them do that, because you can see them grow right in front of your eyes. And I'll tell you a quick story about why they're in the hallway. The suite we had just had a hard time cooling off. We had that air conditioners on both ends cranked down to basically frozen tundra, and it was just barely tolerable. But the hallways were completely frigid. So the kids would get their food and head onto the hallway right outside the room and eat. And so that's what you see here. As a matter of fact, some cards going on here. And I have no idea what's going on here. But I'm sure it was an interesting perspective. And again, you see how they took drama very seriously. By playing Mr. Foolishman, she was really stole the show. Dakota Williams with a silver in art, silver in chorus, and a teaching challenge gold, which, again, teaching our kids, the next generation of teaching kids, it's never too early to get them started and get them involved. And her artwork is also, I'm pointing back here with a pointer no one can see. It's against that wall over there. I'm using a laser pointer and no one can see. Becca Wilson with a gold medal in puppets. Again, their first time with us. So we were always good to have a... Is that Marianne? Okay, I'm getting this. Oh, my brain is just, not what it used to be. And then Logan Wilson, also with a gold medal in puppets. And his first time with us as well. And we were glad to have him. Glad to have him.
He was eager to just be in the room with the volunteers. He was okay if he just had to hold something.
Yeah, he started off just like, I just want to watch. And then it turned from want to watch to want to help. Then it turned from want to help to I want to be in it. And then not only was he in it, but he was in it really well. And that's really all you can ask. Layla Winkler with a bronze in individual Bible Bowl, team gold, drama gold, and puppets gold. So 4 medals. And it's funny, she seemed to be, there's always one child that seems to be in every picture. This was that child. So finding just 3 was very difficult because they were all good, honestly. And again, she was Mrs. Was she Mrs. Foolishman? Yes. Mrs. Foolishman. in the drama. So as you can see, that is our kids. Here's our medal count. There were 67 medals in all. Most of them are gold. There's a lot of talent here, and there's also a lot of good kids here. And that's the best part about the weekend is it's good kids. I don't leave the weekend going, thank goodness I'm done with those kids. It's more like I hope those kids get home safe because I'd like to hang out with them again. And let's do this again because guess what? There's a lot of people to thank. Now, this is a really long list, and there's probably somebody left off, but I'm telling you right now, it's easiest to just do this. We start at the top. We start with Elizabeth Johnston, who I get to stand here and talk, but we know who really does the work. I'd also like to get the event coordinators to stand up. So Mike, Darlene, Val for Teaching Challenge, if you would please stand. Anyone, you coordinate an event, please stand. And then, I had blah, blah, blah. If you help them in any way, I'm thinking like Renee, I'm thinking if you judged, if you helped move tables, if you helped load a truck, if you helped carry a cooler, please stand up. There were a lot of people involved. Now I'm looking at you too, Jason Collison, because I saw Jason carry 2 tables at once, and that was something to behold. But there are a lot of people to thank, and there are people that help us here with the puppet stage. There's a lot of strong backs. Ronnie Feller had his truck loaded to the axles to get tables there. Chad brought a bunch of stuff. The amount of help we had is overwhelming. All the people like Jameson and Rex and all those folks that just did the little things that make it work, I personally thank you. And we as a church thank you. Because this doesn't happen if it's just a couple of people. It takes a lot of folks. And the grandparents and the parents that get them here on Wednesday night to practice. Or don't mind coming back on Sunday afternoon because we've got them till 2 o'clock doing drama. All the little things that make this work are because we have parents that are engaged and ready to step up and let their kids do this. And you can see the fruits of the labor. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say we got some pretty good kids. And I did mention Ronnie with his truck. Okay, and so Ronnie in his truck, and also he and Renee getting breakfast tacos.
And even more, this year was tough finding some judges.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And then I had Renee in a spot, and it was good because I needed that spot. Jennifer Williams was also a judge. I mean, I had Holly and Clint as Bible goal scorers, but there were some weird things going on with this event and that event, and anyway.
So bottom line is Ronnie ended up judging puppets somehow, which obviously is his area of expertise, including our group, which was probably awkward at best. He was the hardest judge by far.
So he did a lot.
And so,
He did a lot.
and then Brian and Stacy were very helpful there. The readers were very helpful there. It was very successful. And so, yes, are we going to do it again? You bet we are.
And it's only successful because of all the help we get.
Right.
And I thank you guys for that.
Yeah, this doesn't work without y'all. So next year, you'll notice the date. Easter is at the end of March next year. I thought for a brief moment, oh, they moved off Easter. I checked the calendar. No, still Easter. So it is March 29th and 30th of 2024. And it is on the life of Moses. So again, we're doing the Old Testament, New Testament flip-flop that we like to do. So we're going to be covering Exodus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So the theme is sanctuary. There it is. I think it's up there somewhere. So I'm sure we'll hear lots of versions of Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. There's going to be a lot to talk about with the life of Moses. So again, And as I mentioned, the challenges that are like teaching and service and leadership, that never ends. If you want to help teach, find Ms. Val. Ms. Val can get you involved in teaching our little ones. You want to do a bulletin board, you don't have to wait till next year. You can do it now. You want to do photography, you can do it now. This is a year-round thing. Or when you have time. I'm not saying do it today. You've got time. That's a beautiful part. So I would like to ask one more time if we could just some applause for our kids. For the kids. And for those of you that helped us, thank you very much. We're always appreciative. And if I've forgotten anything, thank goodness. And I will, we're going to give you a little bit of time because we've got a little time left. So I'm going to give you some time to visit. It'd be nice to have some fellowship time. But I'm going to ask Will to come. Oh, sorry, kids, we need a group picture after we're done. So you're going to use that extra time to come get your picture taken, and you will smile.
That's for our daughter. She doesn't smile.
If I have to break out my bad dad jokes, I will. But I was going to see if I'm going to get Will to close us out.
As the elders here, we support this LTC wholeheartedly. What you see this morning is going to be the strength and backbone of our church in just a few years. They're already a part of our church, and they're already part of our church, but they're going to be the ones as time goes on. They're going to be the ones that are the strength of our church. And not just our church here, but our church wherever they are. And that's why we want to encourage them to continue to step up and to lead for Christ as we should. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for the time that we have. We can come together, that we can talk about the things that's happened at LTC and give out these awards. But the main thing is that how these children have learned and how they have grown and how they have strengthened in your knowledge and in your strength and in your love. And you can see the way that they would get along and just your love and your influence has over them and help us to look at them and act the same way as Christians. Be with them as they grow, that they continue to grow in your love and strength and truth, and help us to support them and help us to realize that without you we're going to have nothing and that you are everything. Lord, we know we fail you from time to time. Forgive us of those things. Help us to continue on through our service, that the things we do and say will be in accordance with thy will. These things we ask in Christ's name. Amen.